1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
November 1st, everybody.
Oh.
Welcome to the Mike and John podcast. Mike and John got it going on. I'm Mike Marino.
Hey, I'm John King.
You are John King,
Thanks.
news director here at Gigo News.
Well, I never really called myself the news director here.
You still have Les Nesman's office in
You're
our
right.
podcast studio here.
That's it. I am the news director.
I think you should wear a bow tie every day.
No.
No. Was that a real bow tie or a clip-on?
It was real in that it went around your neck.
Oh, and then it clipped right there.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't
But
like
it was.
a clip.
I bought it. I bought it at one of those Halloween pop-up stores, so it's not like it's a quality.
You don't see
I
those
won't
as
be
much.
wearing that kind of bow tie at, say, the Arc Fashion Show.
When is that coming up, John?
That's coming up later this month.
Yes, it is.
So we'll be talking about that. Just a little quick reminder for you coming up.
We certainly will. You know, it's just around the corner now that Halloween has been swept under the rug. It's Christmas.
Oh.
And there's a big to-do happening in Fowlerville. Have you heard about this?
I guess I have.
It's called Christmas in the Ville.
What's it called?
Christmas in the Ville
Huh.
in Fowlerville.
I thought I heard that was on December 3rd.
You heard right, John.
That's a Saturday, is it not?
It sure is.
I think it's an all-day event.
I think we should be there.
Oh, I think we are going to be
Yes,
there.
we shall. We'll be assisting Steve in the MC duties.
Yes, we shall.
So we'll have more details on that coming up. Also coming up on today's show, we've got our 2-cent history lesson. We've got last night's trivia. Did we get a winner?
I don't know.
What do people like to do backwards?
You
We'll find out.
You weirdos.
I have to relook at the answer and see if I've ever done this.
I have. I actually
You
did
have?
look at the answer, and I was like, yeah, I've done this. It's not.
But not all the time.
It's not. Only on special occasions.
on occasions. So we'll get to that soon.
I've had a beer or two.
Can't figure out how to do it forward.
Get a little crazy.
Getting all silly on a Saturday night.
Beer and a gummy. Hey. All right.
We'll get to our trivia answer in just a few minutes. First, though, a look at local news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. The Livingston County Board of Commissioners conducted a series of interviews with the 4 candidates running for the health officer position. The search for a health director has been a lengthy process. The commissioners drafted a list of questions, addressed them to the candidates individually. To ensure a fair and consistent platform, all candidates were more or less asked the same questions. Among those interviewed was Matt Bolang, who's been serving as interim health director since the retirement of Diane McCormick in July. Bolang has 25 years of experience in the Livingston County Health Department. One of his primary goals is to get the community back to where we were pre-COVID. He defended the department's decision during the pandemic, saying that they made decisions the best they could to keep the community safe. He also said the idea that the department had mandated vaccines for children wasn't correct, and that there had always been waivers and procedures in place for parents. Also speaking was Kieran Brar, who previously served as the food and safety specialist for Manitoba, where she oversaw the water and food inspection. But commissioner comments indicated her lack of knowledge of Livingston County was a strike against her. Another candidate was Barbara Kahn, a registered nurse who's been a frequent attendee of county commissioners' meetings in recent months, often speaking in opposition to vaccines, masks, mandates, and federal health guidelines. Her philosophy is based on individual liberty, and her methodology is based on what she referred to as a critical thinking and common sense approach that has earned the support of Moms for Liberty and other advocates for, quote, medical freedom. And finally, Thomas Latchney, an environmental health specialist in the Infection Prevention and Epidemiology Department at the University of Michigan. He previously worked at the County Health Department as an environmental sanitarian. The Board of Commissioners will formally vote on the appointment of a new health director November 14th. Following last week's endorsement of Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin by Wyoming Republican Liz Cheney, Slotkin's challenger, State Senator Tom Barrett, Monday picked up the endorsement of the woman who beat Cheney in the August primary and will almost certainly take her seat in Congress next year. Harriet Hageman called Barrett a strong conservative constitutionalist during a conference call with reporters. Slotkin's being challenged by Barrett for the newly drawn 7th Congressional District, which is centered around Lansing and includes all of Livingston County. And an annual holiday tradition will again return to Brighton just in time for Christmas. The Brighton School of Ballet will once again welcome the holiday season with 2 performances of the Nutcracker Ballet, December 3rd and 4th at 2 p.m. at the Brighton Center for Performing Arts. It'll mark the school's 36th presentation of the holiday classic, which organizers say makes it one of the longest-running holiday traditions in Livingston County. In addition to more than 100 local dancers and gymnasts, Brighton School of Ballet is also pleased to again welcome 3 professional guest artists, this year's perennial favorites and principal dancers, Marina Perez and Daniel Ramirez from the Moro Ballet of Puerto Rico, return to reprise their rendition of the Sugar Plum Pas de Deux.
Easy for you to say.
Not really.
Pas de deux. We're going to do the Nutcracker dance as soon as John
yes,
is
we
done
are.
with the news.
There is not enough beer. And also, Jesus Sanchez from the Moro Ballet will make his second Brighton appearance dancing the title role of the Nutcracker. Tickets are $30 each. They can be purchased online in advance at brightonschoolofballet.com. They will not be available at the door. You'll find links and details at mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And that's what's going on.
It is. And it's all been brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. So I'm watching NCIS last night, one of our recorded.
Which one?
Just regular
Just
NCIS.
the main regular.
The main one that Mark Herman was on, but it's not on anymore.
The regular NCIS.
Gary Cole's on it now. And they had the mention of some stolen diamonds that were stolen and pawned off in Antwerp, Belgium. And I said to my wife, that's the diamond capital of the world. And 2 seconds later, they said, the diamond capital of the world.
Oh, wow.
And that's where Barb and Mark were. I'm talking about the big place.
Are you
not
trying
on
to
NCIS.
implicate them in some sort of...
No. That was fictional.
Got it. Okay.
This is real.
No.
The Binkleys went to Antwerp, diamond capital of the world, in Belgium.
So you don't have to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they've brought some diamonds back to custom design for you.
Right.
More details on that are available on their website at cooperandbinkleyjewelers.com. And don't forget, this Saturday from 10 to 5 at Cooper and Binkley in downtown Brighton is the Simon G. Trunk Show.
Right. This is no junk in the trunk.
Heck no.
Oh, no.
Special pricing from Simon G. for the first time ever, plus double rewards.
Right. This is jewels in the trunk.
Yes, it is. Simon G's jewels are in the trunk.
I didn't say that.
Well, you kind of put it that
Well,
way.
I mean, by inference, yeah.
Come and see Simon G's jewels in the trunk. Jewelry.
Yeah, right.
Great designs.
His awesome creations.
Exactly. At Cooper and Binkley Jewelers from 10 to 5 this Saturday, downtown Brighton. Double rewards, special pricing for this event only.
All right.
That's at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. Whew. So, on to the Nutcracker.
I'm not dancing the Nutcracker. Sorry. You know. All right. Well, it's been fun doing this podcast.
You can't be done, John.
I'm out.
There's something new at mikeandjohnpodcast.com.
There definitely is.
There is something very new, and it's free.
Yeah.
It is absolutely free. We don't even have any NASCAR stuff around it,
No.
do we?
No. You have the
It
ability
is.
now to have Gigo News headlines brought directly to your email inbox.
We call it the Mike and Jon Newsletter.
That's right. We've gone into publishing.
Yes. Actually, our good friend Austin Lee from Orb Solutions, who's helped us create and update
Absolutely.
our website, has done a fantastic job. And we said, hey, Austin, didn't we?
Hey, Austin.
We said, hey, Austin,
Yeah.
we'd like to have the ability for folks to get the news delivered right to their mailbox. Well, their email box.
Right.
He said, I can do that. And we said, we thought so, because we can't.
No. I mean,
So how do folks do this, John?
well, what they do,
What do they do?
they go to mikeandjohnpodcast.com
That's our website. Right
/ newsletter - sign - up. Now, we'll put that link.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll put that link on Facebook. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just go to the Mike and John Facebook page. You'll find the link there.
I was worried for a second.
All right. Or, by the way, to make
Yes.
it a little easier for you, if you go to
Simple.
mikeandjohnpodcast.com,
Yes.
right at the top on the menu bar, there's a thing that says newsletter.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You click on newsletter.
And then it opens up. You just enter your email, and you will
You click-
automatically receive
You click the blue circle
Yeah.
that says,
Let's Rock.
then you can get your newsletter.
Do you want to remind them Well, I guess that's not what I technically said. I was thinking of the REO Speedwagon concert. I had to be there.
Back in 1994.
It was a while ago.
You had to be there in Monroe County at the fairgrounds.
You had to be there.
But we're going to guess that none of you were.
Sorry. No.
We were there.
We're going to take a wild leap and go,
Are you ready?
I don't think it's right. Yeah. Okay, whatever. We were introducing REO Speedwagon to the crowd, and we came out there and we said our things, and then it was like a moment of silence. I felt like I had to fill the silence, as I always do.
Yeah.
And I said, "Are you ready to rock?" And the crowd responded, but then everyone made fun of me later.
He's over it now.
Jerks.
So if you'd like the newsletter, you can find it on our website,
right?
MikeandJohnPodcast.com. It's just going to have the straight stories of the day. There's nothing else with it. No sales, no spam, any of that kind of stuff, right?
No, not at all.
Right, just wanted to double check.
Just click it on, and you'll get the headlines right in your email inbox.
All right, last night, our Monday night trivia, I was going to call it HNT for Halloween night trivia, but I thought that might confuse people and they'll think it's Halloween trivia, which it was not. It was Monday night trivia. Brought to you by, sold by Tanya Z, who's a realtor.
Real estate agent.
Yes.
Here in Livingston County.
Tanya Z.
Sold by Tanya Z.
That's what I said. The question.
Why?
Studies found, and these are people who studied, these are not.
No, that's
1 in 5 people prefer to do this backwards. My first thought was pull into a parking space.
yeah.
The backer inners.
The backer inners.
And they're...
I just cannot get on board with.
See, now, if you're good at it, good for you.
Good for you.
But the ones that bug me the most are the ones at church. Because
Really?
they're... At my church,
they take 2 spaces?
there's a lot of backer inners.
Okay.
And it's like, if you got to get out that quick, why are you going?
I'm done with the Lord. Peel out.
Back in, and no doubt they're causing a backup for those of us that are trying to get down the aisle because they got to back in so they can get out of church fast.
Right.
Okay, I'm done now. Why don't you do like I do and just pull through?
Well, because maybe you can pull through.
Well,
Maybe
sometimes
the
you can't
car's
pull
there.
through. It's true.
But
it's the sense.
if I don't have to back in, I don't. And you're right. There are those people that always back in.
Yeah.
And they always seem to be driving a Ford F980, whatever the
biggest
hell it
truck
is,
you can.
with 17 tires and an engine the size of a tank. And I'm sitting in my little Nissan going, "Hey, fella, don't end up a bug on your windscreen."
All right. So let's go through some of the answers that people gave last night in our Monday night trivia.
Right.
Read the newspaper.
Backwards.
Well, first of all, you have to have a newspaper, which not too many people get those anymore.
But, you start with the comics, maybe.
Yeah. Well, not like reading back page to front page, but you may start off like you say.
Yeah.
I need a little light news first.
You got your...
Let's see what High and Lois are doing.
Well, now, back in the day when, I used to actually...
Word scramble?
Daily look at a paper.
Gotta
I
get it
would
done.
start, and you remember,
Yeah.
back in
the day,
I would always have the cartoons out, sitting there and be like, "Oh wow, they're doing a lot of work. I see."
I'd be like, we're gonna do a break now.
What's Kathy up to?
Did she get a date yet?
Oh, just
Kathy's not.
that blouse didn't fit. Ack.
How about Odie and Garfield? What are they doing today? All right. Are the Lockharts still fighting? All right. So it's not read the newspaper. Julie said draw a circle. Draw a circle backwards. So I guess you'd be going counterclockwise.
I guess. I don't know. It's
How
not
often
really
you
something
draw
to
a
think
circle?
about. Molly, being a smartass, said age.
That's the Benjamin Button
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
isn't it? Button?
But
Yeah. Whitney said, and this is kind of creative because I do this from time to time, have breakfast for dinner and dinner for breakfast.
Right.
Kind of backwards-ish. But what happens at lunch?
well, lunch for lunch.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You're right. Whenever we do breakfast for dinner, it's always like, oh, cool, breakfast for dinner. That's cool. I mean, special occasion. But if you were to say, hey, we're having dinner for lunch, you're like, okay.
Okay. Well, then you're officially old and you're at the,
Right, exactly.
4 o'clock.
Am I at Bill Knapp's? What is happening here?
I kind of miss Bill Knapp's.
Yeah, well.
Use the mouse for the computer. How do you do that backwards?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure. Our friend Jordan said, fill out Scantron tests. He said,
Go from the bottom up.
all the lefties out there know why, according to Jordan.
Well, yeah, because you write over it.
But then Jordan says, but that's not my real answer. My
You
real
cannot
answer
give
is,
fake answers
is
on
swim. They're both wrong.
Doing the backstroke.
It's strike two.
Tom says count.
Right.
Ashley says skate. Skate backwards.
Right.
I could see that. Back in my days at the roller rink, I was not a good backwards skater. But I could shoot the duck. Kashandra says division. Doing division backwards.
No.
Is that the lattice
Is that
method?
the Chicago school, whatever?
I don't know. Division is good enough with the little bracket,
They put a calculator on your phone.
Yeah, but just using your head a little bit for division. Yeah. This is why kids can't make change at the drive-thru.
Right. These kids.
These kids.
Yeah, just the kids
and
can't.
adults.
Put the toilet paper roll on backwards. Which means it's under, not over.
True.
And that's wrong.
Grocery shop.
It's the wrong answer, and it's wrong to put it under.
Exactly. Yeah. Grocery shop.
Right.
Some people, go. I always go food last. If I got other things to do, other things to get, I work my way to the food in case I'm getting something that's frozen or cold, and I don't want it to get warm.
Frozen stuff's last.
Yeah.
You got to do that. Vacuum. According to Ann, I don't know how you vacuum backwards, but
well, I would imagine you go into the room and you back yourself. You start in a corner and come out to the door.
I guess. All right, I suppose that's.
You work your way.
This is how often I vacuum. it's a theoretical exercise for me.
Even his Pooley's got one of those robot things.
Oh yeah,
I'm not jealous at all.
I'm living better life through technology. You kidding me? Drop that robot in and pour a beer, and I'm cleaning my pool.
Been a rough day. Got the pool clean.
Right.
A lot of leaves in there today. Yeah. So the answer,
which we did not get a correct one, not that I can see.
No,
Yeah.
there wasn't even anything really close,
No.
except for breakfast for dinner.
I suppose that'd be
dinner for
closest,
breakfast kind
right.
of thing. Studies found 1 in 5 people, 20% of people prefer to do this backwards. It was eat pizza crust first.
Wow.
So going through every now and then, maybe you got to let the cheese cool down a little. I don't know. Maybe it's a nice crispy burnt piece of the crust kind of thing.
Or if it was a cheese stuffed crust,
You might go for
then
that
you're like,
first.
well, I got to go for that.
But then it's harder to pick up.
Yeah,
And
right. I mean, so occasionally.
maybe a little piece of the crust. I
I
mean,
mean,
you need
yeah.
something to hang on to.
Right. What do
So
you
you
do?
gotta
You've
leave
eaten the
a
crust.
spot.
Now you got. What the hell are you going to do now?
So you got your triangle slice of
And
pizza, right? So maybe a couple of the sides, and then leave the middle so you can eat the pizza. I don't know.
Just eat it normal, people. Weirdos. And don't be using no fork and knife.
All right, I'm going to confess.
Uh-oh.
When the pizza's super hot, maybe the first couple bites, I will
No.
slice the
No.
little piece. Yeah.
You
yeah,
burn
it's
your
okay.
mouth like an American,
No,
sir.
you don't. So,
Yeah.
you can call me a sissy if you want, but every now and then,
Yeah. Okay.
if it's fresh out of the oven kind of thing, if I'm at a
Okay.
pizzeria,
All right. To each their own. This is America, land of the free.
it is.
And we're going to accept both.
Don't be a radical and try and
Don't
throw
be an
me
extremist.
Don't be an extremist and throw me under the
We're going to be
bus.
accepting. We're going to accept everybody and how they eat their pizza.
right.
How you eat your pizza is your business.
It's your own business. What you do with your pizza
Yeah.
is your own business.
That's right.
If you want to take it from the backside, that's your own business. Eating the crust first,
I mean, you're wrong, but it's your business. So,
I got to get my business done.
this is like a great debate. Speaking of great debates, I don't know if you caught the great debate we had over the weekend with Jordan.
That Michigan State really won on Saturday?
They lost. They suck. Between Jordan Genso and Jerry Millen, of course, talking about the proposal in Brighton.
Was it really a debate, though?
It was a conversation.
It was a conversation.
It was a discussion.
Because there really wasn't. Because Jerry changed his mind and said he hoped it didn't pass.
He's examining the issue from all sides.
He's eating his pizza backwards.
Maybe he does.
I don't know. You never know.
By the way, Jerry did, as he mentioned that he would, he did dress as the ghoul for Halloween. So I was like,
I'm glad you're updated on everybody's costume.
Well, I'm just,
Yeah.
his Stupid Les Nessman thing. But anyway, if you want to check out the debate, it's on our Facebook page. You can just go there. Mike and John got it going on Facebook page. You'll find the great debate with Jordan Genso. Well, the discussion, I guess. Jordan, by the way, is convinced that he was the champion. He came out and kicked some ass. That's how he put it. Well, maybe he
That's
didn't put
up
it that
for
way.
debate.
He didn't put it that way. We'll have another debate, whether he won the debate. But you can check it out
You
there.
can check it out, sure.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back after this.
Oh, we are back.
Yes, we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So we have the 2-cent history lesson coming up in just a few minutes, and one of the things that that's in the history lesson for today, 1st of November, is Billboard magazine came out, but it was not Billboard magazine when it first came out.
What was it called?
It was called Billboard Advertising, and then they decided, because it's about the music charts, just to call it Billboard.
Oh,
The Billboard charts.
did not know that.
And I noticed today that our Billboard on 96 is no longer there.
No.
It may be there, but it was dark.
No, it's
So I was a little disappointed
no,
because I usually see it in my rearview mirror on the way over.
The term ran out, and as you can imagine, just being a little podcast like we are, it was it's a huge endeavor to put up a couple of billboards like that on 96, and we're completely spent. No, we're not.
Are we?
No.
We're not on 96 anymore. We've moved.
You happen to be driving along M59, say, to sometime today.
Here in Livingston County?
Yeah. You might see us peering down at you.
Say hi, wave.
That's right. But drive safely.
Yeah.
Yeah, drive safely.
Don't go looking for the billboard.
No.
It'll see you.
It will find you. We'll find you. So,
Yes, we will.
yes, we've moved to M59. Look for the Mike and John billboard
We relocated.
on M59.
Yes.
And it's sort of near Great Lakes Meats, just to use that as a
We're right
point.
by the meat place?
Well, it's
Gonna
not
get
at-
some
I'm just saying
bacon?
It's near that. It's in that area.
It's
Like
in that
Argentine
vicinity.
Road.
Yeah.
Look around there.
M59 near Argentine.
And then, once we're done with the M59 billboard, then
We
clearly, this stupid podcast, we couldn't possibly,
We can't be spending money left and right.
right, we couldn't possibly say, I don't know, put up another billboard back on I-96.
We couldn't do
We
that.
couldn't do that.
No, that would
No.
people would just shake their heads
No.
and say, what is with these two
Right.
morons?
So, more to come. I will find you.
All right. It is November 1st.
Right.
It's a Tuesday. And when you think first Tuesday in November,
I
I usually think we should get out and vote. But it's like the first Tuesday after the first Monday because we want to keep it as confusing as possible for people. But it's usually the first Tuesday in November you go vote. So the good news is Tuesday is the first of the month now. So we get a whole nother week of political ads. Isn't that great? I can't wait to hear more about the devil
Of course.
and the radicals.
You went down to Georgia?
and the extremists.
What are you talking about?
Who are trying to do this, that, and the other thing.
Well.
And, okay, we get another week.
Well, what you do. Now, and as a point of public service announcement, if you are using an absentee ballot and you filled it out, don't put it in the mail.
Do I need a note from my doctor to be absentee?
No, I don't think so. But you do need one from
Secretary of State?
the mom on Welcome Back, Kotter.
Oh, yeah, Epstein's mother.
Epstein's mother. Damn it. Boy, I'm getting old.
You are good.
What the hell? Anyway, yes. If you have an absentee ballot and you filled it out, don't drop it in the mail. It's too close to the election. You should go take it right to an absentee ballot, an official absentee ballot drop box. Not a guy parked in a 74 Vega near the election center. Yeah, just throw him in my trunk. I got him.
Well, if the Vega's in good shape, it's probably worth something.
Okay.
These days,
Well, that's true.
They could be made into little hot rods.
That's true.
Unless it's a Vega wagon.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you've been taking care of it. Like keeping it in the garage, per se, during the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you need your Vega checked out, we have some friends at Murphy's Family Auto who can take care of you. And your Vega.
We're pulling in different directions on advertisers. I was going
sure
for Firehouse Doors. You were going for Murphy's Family Auto. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have, much like...
It's a mashing.
It's a crossover episode.
It sure is.
That's right.
Of Murphy's meets Firehouse.
Right. So if you're a Murphy's Family Auto vehicle, and of course you take it to Murphy's Family Auto because your car knows.
It sure does. It knows if you keep it in the garage and if that garage door is functioning correctly.
Right. If Saturday is a better time for you to get your vehicle fixed, they're open on Saturdays.
Maybe that's the only time you take your Vega out is on Saturday.
And if you stop by and say Mike and John sent you, you'll get 5% off your bill.
Call today, 517-552-3040, to take your Vega or any other vehicle you own.
Right.
In the Murphy's Family Auto. They don't just specialize in Vegas.
No, not at all. In fact,
because what happens
if you brought in a Vega, they'd be like, holy hell.
You know what happens in the Vega? Stays in the Vega.
Well, yeah.
That's for sure.
Let's hope so. And then when you take your Vega and you come home, you're going to pull into your driveway and pull it right into your garage.
Hitting that garage door opener.
With your Firehouse Doors garage door.
That's for sure.
They've been serving Livingston County residents for 24 years. Family owned. They strive to treat each customer like family. They are veteran owned. Mike Witt, a proud U.S. Air Force veteran. They're your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs. And for the past 21 years, they have been Livingston County's only authorized distributor for CHI overhead doors. Call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480. And I might add, Mike, because it is November 1st.
You can add?
Well,
not very well.
I got a calculator on it.
But go ahead. Chime in.
Anyway, so starting today,
right this moment,
Firehouse Doors is going to give you an opportunity to win a gift card. $100 gift card.
$100 gift card.
$100 Visa gift card.
How are we doing that, John?
Well, I'll let you know after the show.
Okay, and then we'll share it with people tomorrow.
Sure. Yes, we will. I'm giving you a heads up notice. This is what this is. This is
everybody.
This is a heads up.
It's a teaser.
You're going to have an opportunity
this week
to win a $100 Visa gift card, courtesy of Firehouse Doors.
All right.
All right.
Can you do it in that movie voice though? Firehouse Doors, $100 gift card.
That's Liam Neeson. In a world
where your car breaks down. All right, so that's cool news.
Yeah.
A chance to win a $100 gift card just in time for the holidays.
I mean, the giving away around here is going nuts.
It really is. Yeah. We're not giving away nuts.
Are we though?
I don't know. We could get some planters if you want. All right. It is, as we mentioned, November 1st. Today is Give Up Your Shoulds Day. Now, what does this mean, you say? What are shoulds?
What does that mean, I say?
It's giving up the word should, like I should have done this, I should have done that. Just do that or don't do that. Don't shoulda or not shoulda. So give up your shoulds day.
Sounds like you're saying something else.
Just for today, give up your shoulds.
Okay. Thanks.
You should do that.
I guess you should.
Now we got to give that up.
Yeah.
See?
All right.
It's also National Authors Day. Congratulations.
Thank you.
John's an author.
I am.
By the way, cheap plug being inserted here. Ish Cadoodle, the story of a boy and his vacuum.
Well, yeah, and their outer space adventure. Don't
exactly, the vacuums in space. He's like the Elon Musk
of
vacuums.
Sure, me and Elon got a lot going on. We were just chatting the other day. No, we weren't.
It's National Cook for Your Pets Day, too, by the way. I do not cook for my pet. No. He may get something that falls off the plate.
Well, yeah.
I don't cook for the pet.
Right, it's not meant for them. But.
Deep fried clams day. Not going to do it.
Oh, yeah. I like deep fried clams. They're okay. But it's like, it's deep fried anything. Let's face it. I'm not. These clams are so delicious. No, it's deep fried.
You coat them with something, fry them. You never know what you're eating.
Box elder bugs. I have no idea. Deep frying, they're good. A little marinara.
It's National Vinegar Day. You can use vinegar for just about anything. It's a nice cleaning agent. Vinegar is. It'll take rust off too, by the way. Just so you know. Little helpful hint on what to do with vinegar.
Is this a new segment on Mike and John?
What to do with vinegar.
Mike's helpful household hints.
Sure, it stinks, but it works. It's also World Vegan Day.
All right.
I really haven't thought about going vegan.
There's a lot of options now.
There are.
I mean, there's a whole freezer section of stuff. And
when you're going vegan and everything's fake, it's like fake chicken. Fake turkey like tofurkey. I know it's gotten better and improved.
Some of it's pretty good.
Are you going to say it's delish, John?
I'm not going to say that.
Don't say delish.
I'm going to say some of it tastes pretty good. That's what I'll say.
Some of it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, tastes
if
pretty
you
good.
deep fry it.
Well, kind of losing it. I'm going vegan. Why are you deep frying that in animal fat? Well, yeah, but that doesn't count. So,
it's canola oil.
yes.
Yeah. From a canola.
They're almost extinct. Poor canolas.
All right, it's time for our 2-cent history lesson.
It's way about
Since
time.
it's November 1st.
Right. From
Our history lesson brought to you by
our good friend
Drew Goebel.
at Oakland Insurance,
Yes.
who, by the way,
Is
commented
vegan.
on our YouTube page
Oh, he did.
from yesterday's Halloween show and said more music, less Nessman. So, wacky.
I like that.
Yeah. Drew Goebel of Oakland Insurance believes the best relationships are honest, upfront, and fair. Give him a call, 248-647-2500.
1869 on this November 1st. The first ever postcards were issued in Vienna. Picture of a sausage.
You go right to sausage.
With Vienna.
Yeah.
The thing about postcards, and I probably haven't sent one since, well, maybe the late 70s, early 80s, is when you go on vacation, it's usually for maybe a week.
Right.
By the time you get the postcard, address it, and then find a place to get a stamp and send the postcard, you get home before the postcard gets to the person that
Right.
it went to.
A lot of times,
You know,
it's
oh, look, it's
like
Florida.
before you leave where you're at, like if you're in Florida.
Sure.
Like it's like the last thing you do before you get in the car to drive home. You stop and make sure you're mailing your postcards, which you're going to beat home. It's not like the mail truck's going to speed past you on the freeway.
Hey, slow down. I got to get your postcard to Grandma.
Right.
But postcards, kind of a thing gone.
Oh, are they though? Political mailers are kind of like postcards. What I really love is when
I get more within the next
What I really
week.
love is when I get one from one candidate and then they're opposite.
Right.
In the
You
same-
get them both together in the same mail. It's
okay.
like, you know what? Who's going in the... Here's what you do. You put your recycle bin out and you toss them, and whoever goes in first, he loses or she loses.
This might explain where we're at as a country if that's how people are doing it. But yes.
Only one more week of getting those postcards.
Oh, yes. The politics will be over on November 8th. It'll all end.
Wouldn't it be funny if somebody sent their postcards out on November 7th
Well,
and you didn't get it till the 10th?
all right. Spoiler, it won't end.
No. 1870 on this date, the U.S. Weather Bureau recorded its first meteorological observations.
Wow, that's a lot of words
It really
to just
is.
say they saw a cloud.
There's a 50-50 chance they were wrong.
I saw a cloud. Variable cloudiness.
1879, Thomas Edison got the patent for the electric light bulb. He had an idea and made it happen.
There's a little light bulb went over his head. Back then, it was a little candlestick.
It was like, why is he holding a match above his hair? Thomas Edison. 1894, billboard advertising was published for the first time, later becoming known as billboard. Did we mention where?
I think we did.
We have a
I'm not
billboard
sure.
coming
Well, just in case.
M59
It's
near
on
Argentine?
59 near Argentine Road. Take a look for it.
Mark Jacobs in 1914. You say, who's Mark Jacobs?
I say, who is Mark Jacobs?
You should know. And ladies know Mark Jacobs.
Okay.
He invented the bra.
Oh, wow.
How about that? Wilma Flintstone and Betty Rubble, they were braless because they weren't around in 1914. Cave women did not have bras.
Historical analysis provided by Mike Marino.
What do you think of that, Drew? Upfront and honest.
Well, now you know.
Mark Jacobs,
Yeah.
inventor of the bra.
All right. Good for Mark.
Something maybe not as big in 1958. NASA was formed. What does NASA stand for, John King?
The National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Not associated with stupid a-holes. That's what NASA stands for.
Wow.
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe
know
you were correct on
I
it.
didn't know that.
Rolling Stone Music Magazine, 1967, was first published. How about that? You got postcards, Billboard Magazine, and Rolling Stone.
Right.
NASA and the light bulb, too.
Sure.
All in one day.
Well, the cover.
Do you know who was on the cover of Rolling Stone
the very
magazine?
first one?
Very first one.
I want to say John Lennon.
You want to say that?
What's-
1967.
Do you know? You don't.
I know, but I think you should look it up.
I see. Another translation. I don't know.
Because on his day, 1969, Elvis Presley recorded what would be his last hit.
Which was?
No, it wasn't Which Was. It was Suspicious Minds. I never heard him sing Which Was.
Oh, that's
Which was,
that's in the vault.
It's in the vault. The lost album.
Yeah.
Which was, Mama?
He was writing it on the can when he fell over.
Which was?
Which was?
The sound of Elvis hitting the floor was actually his last hit. Okay.
Oh god.
Oh, that's enough of
That's
that.
not right.
We can't go on together, baby. The Suspicious Minds.
Suspicious man.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Didn't the Pet Shop Boys or somebody redo that? Suspicious
I'm sure
Minds.
many
It was
people have,
terrible.
but Elvis is always going to be. That's the standard. By the way, it was John Lennon.
I know that.
Sure you did. Okay.
Elvis Presley sang Suspicious Minds.
I know that too.
John Lennon was on the
Right. I'm saying John
first
Lennon was
edition of Rolling Stone magazine. He's wearing an army helmet.
Yeah, that was from the movie "How I Won the War" that he was in, which was
It was
disappointing.
Followed
movie.
by How I Lost the Box
That was
Office. And finally, 2012, 10 years ago today, Google's Gmail became the world's most popular email service. I do not have a Gmail. I got Hotmail because my email is hot.
Because you're stuck in the 90s.
Because I'm too lazy to
I hear you.
let everybody know I've changed my email.
Changing emails, it's a dawn. We finally had to do it, me and my wife. We changed our personal email. We'd been with SBC Global. So you would say that to people and they'd be like, what? So finally
SBC Global.
we bit the bullet this year and we went to Gmail. But,
Got rid of Yahoo.
Yeah.
Is Yahoo still around? What Rolling Stone magazine are you looking at?
What?
Jennifer, is that Jennifer Aniston?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. The research.
She was not on the cover with John Lennon.
No,
because she was probably a baby.
Yeah.
I don't even think she was born in 1967.
She might have been.
Pretty close to
Yeah,
it.
so
That's your 2 cent history lesson.
I was researching.
By the way, brought to you by Drew Goebel, who also appreciates a good edition of Rolling Stone magazine.
Who doesn't really?
Sure.
Right.
Read it for the articles. I bet if you picked up a copy of Rolling Stone magazine today, just about every picture of every artist in there, or the percentage would be very high, they would have tattoos. It's just a guess. If you did a tattoo count on Rolling Stone magazine, I bet you would find the majority of people have at least one tattoo.
Well, I mean,
and there'd probably be an article about how Madonna...
I don't think it's still around. Is it still around? I mean, is it still publishing?
I bet. I don't know. I didn't look at Meyer on the line.
I don't think it is. I think it's just RollingStone.com now. I think they got out of the publishing business. Yeah, that was my whatever.
That was your 2 cents.
That was my 2 cents. Here in the 2 cent history lesson, brought to you by Drew Goebel.
I just said that. He likes to read Rolling Stone magazines, even old ones. He does.
Right. Give him a call, 248-647-2500. You can talk about Rolling Stone magazine, or
you can talk insurance.
I would probably talk insurance.
Maybe you've got that John Lennon first edition of Rolling Stone magazine. You want it insured.
You're going to need a policy
guy
on
to talk about.
You better call Drew. That's right.
So. Or your 74 Vega. You might want to get that insured too.
You probably want to just get a new car. You cheapo.
Vega, not known as the big muscle car of the 70s.
No.
Little 4-cylinder.
Right.
All right, that's our 2 cent history lesson for today. I want to thank our friends at Richter & Associates Property Management, licensed real estate brokers, rental property experts, supporters of Mike and John Got It Going On. They're here in Livingston County, Genesee, and Oakland counties too. They've been in the business for over 40 years. They can take care of you. They're located in downtown Howell, whether you're looking for a property or need property management. Call today, 517-540-9560. I do believe they have a website too.
Yeah, they do. RICHTERASSOC.com or RichterAssoc.com. After me, say it now. RICHTERASSOC.com.
RICHTERASSOC.com.
Right.
Right.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Richter & Associates Property Management. Wow.
Mike and John got it going on.
You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.
All right.
After all that, I got nothing post.
I've got post show. We promised we would mention the Arc Livingston Fashion Show.
Yes, we
It is
did.
going on later this month. We're in November now.
Yes,
Coming
sir.
up November 17th, the 29th annual holiday fashion show. Arc Livingston. Back in person. Crystal
It is.
Gardens.
And John will be emceeing the event wearing his tuxedo.
Yeah, with an actual bow tie.
Matter of fact, I ran into Michael Hughes last week, and he mentioned you from the
right.
superintendent of LESA.
Yes.
He said, "Hey, I want to thank you and John for promoting that on your podcast."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, it's all me. John's doing his little part by wearing a tuxedo."
Right.
And and he's going to make sure that your pants are not floods, because we don't want you being embarrassed up
No,
there
I would not.
with like Michael Jackson looking pants
Look,
in your tux.
if
know-
I was wearing floods, I'd make them fashionable.
maybe you should go English or Scottish and wear 3/4.
Oh, do like a
Go
Angus
Euro.
Young, go like an Angus Young.
Yeah, a little Euro.
Yeah, like a schoolboy.
There you
Wear a
go.
little schoolboy hat.
I
out
like
there.
that. See, you might get some donations that
I'll
way.
get some looks.
Looks, donations.
That's right.
But that's coming up later this
Right,
month.
November 17th. And of course, if you want more information, just go to arclivingston.org and you can get your tickets there. $100 per person. There's still sponsorship opportunities. It is a wonderful evening with dinner and some great auction items, silent and live auctions as well. So a great chance to get together and help out a great organization, Arc Livingston. So the Arc Livingston Holiday Fashion Show coming up on November 17th.
All right, that's our post show. Good job.
Thank you.
Nice job.
All right,
You deserve a pat on the back.
don't touch me.